What's up, students? Mr. Stanley here, and this is the video I promised I would post for you guys so you guys can look at Powtoons a little bit and I can tell you a couple things about it. So I've gone to Powtoon.com and then I clicked the sign up button, and this is where you sign up for Powtoon, and you can put your first name and then the last name is optional, or you could probably just put an initial, and then once again you're going to use your BPS Gmail. Do know that if when I click this it's to say a valid email address is required, they will send you a confirmation email. So do know that. So once you create your login, you just can't log in. You need to go and get into your email first. You'll find an email from Powtoon, and then you will click that, and then you're kind of ready to go. So do know once again to use your BPS Gmail. So I'm already logged in with my Powtoon account, and that is right here. I'm actually going to X out of that screen, and basically you will hit the create button, and you'll get this same exact kind of setup. This is also, I took a screenshot of this. This is on the directions, and here's a sale for you. That's great. Anyways, so you have different options to basically start from. So you can start from just building a story scene by scene, or customizing a popular template, or you're going to start from scratch. So if I go to the customize a popular template, they do give you some really neat templates. The blue sky board is really interesting. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. And there are also different categories as well. Education, student, that can definitely help you out, and you can see different templates there. But do know you can add to the popular actual templates. You can kind of make it your own if you want to. So I'm going to go back, and I'm actually going to load up the already created Powtoon that I made that I showed you in class, the Mr. Stanley intro one. And I'm actually going to click the edit. So you can kind of see what I've already done with it, and you can see where all the different slides are. They're going to pop up here once this awesomeness loads up, and you can see how basically the slide is going to be in the middle that you're working on. All the different tools and gadgets are going to be on the right side, and then your timing for the Powtoons is on the bottom. So one thing to kind of really know is that when it comes to the slide transitions and the timing, that's all on the bottom there, and you can see the different images that are put in and different things. So basically you build your different slides, and the requirement's 15 for this, and that also includes your intro slide and your ending slide. So really you have 13 slides of actual information about erosion. Do know, make sure you tell everyone what erosion is and some the simple points about erosion. And then you can once again get very specific and just pick one type of erosion, whether it's water erosion or glaciers, or even what we have not gone over yet with wind and waves, or you can kind of just encompass everything and just do a whole video about erosion. So if and one other thing to show you guys, you can add slides by here. So if I wanted to add another slide, you can click that right there. So going back to the beginning, where I have my beginning slide, I also shows you that I have my name there, Mr. Stanley. I told you guys this to do initials. So on the direction sheet it says like TRS. My name's Timothy Ryan Stanley, so that's where I get TRS from. So do that, just for some privacy considerations. So anyways, so when it comes to actually making your slide, all you do is just go to the right side there, and then you can input text. So click the text there. If you want to add a title, I just added a title by hitting the title screen. I can move it anywhere I want. That also pops up down here where it kind of shows you where everything comes into play. So this is kind of like your little timer section here. So as you make your slide, if you wanted to add time, so if I wanted to add time right here at this moment, I just put a little plus sign, and now you're adding more seconds. So when you actually play the video, it would be a longer transition. Or if you wanted to shorten something like in between here, you minus that out, just like so. So that kind of gives you your transitions and everything else. Also, if you wanted to add pictures, you can go to the images right here, and you can upload all these, these are ones that are provided. So if you can upload your own images, and when it comes to my images, these are ones that I've like already have saved, that this is what I added into this Powtoon. So you can go on and make sure you do that. And you can also see for my images where you have the premium photos, and this is the ones you're not going to want to use these, because that's the pay for photos, unless you want to pay for this. So do know to make sure that you do not use the different premium items, and I believe you can filter that out. Also, for adding sounds, you can upload your own sounds as well. So once again, all the different gadgets to add into your different slides are all right here. So you'll do a slide, and you can just add in everything, and then you can make a next slide. So here is my next slide, and you're like, oh, I don't see anything, but that's where you can, once again, you have all your different transitions as they come into play, and that's all down on the bottom. Also know to make sure that you have this as a movie. You can make this as a slideshow, like so. That doesn't play like a movie. Make sure you play it as a movie. Also, you can preview it at any time by hitting this button. And when you get done with your video, this is the export button, which I'll show you in a second here. So let's go down, and I'm actually just going to add a slide. So I'll actually add a slide. So this is been put in the middle here, which just was where I was at. So I'm going to keep moving this down so it's at the end. So here is a new slide that is just at the end. And as you can see, this is just a completely blank slide right here. So I think I can play it just like that. And this button right here, I think, plays the current slide, and I believe this big button actually plays the whole video where you're at in the current moment. So I don't know if that actually made sense, but these buttons play the different slides. So wherever you're at, it'll play right then and there. So if you add something into your slide, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't see it. Well, once again, it might be farther down into the timing mechanism. So as you can see here, there's 10 seconds. You can minimize that. You can take away some seconds to shorten up your slide transitions or add more time. And once again, if you wanted to add something, so if I wanted this slide to appear blue for 1 second, and then I wanted to add a picture, so I can just go to images, and if I wanted to add any kind of image, so you can do like an image search, and once again, say school. So we look up an image as long as it's working. So, and you can see where it says where you need to make sure you just don't do the pay for one. So if you want to use that, I can add that in, and now that is in the slide, and it appears right at 1 second. So, and it kind of shows you how it transitions, and that'll appear for the whole slide, and you can change different things. Of course, while I'm doing this, my classroom lights just turned off. Give me 1 second while I turn them back on. There they are. That's really about it. So just have fun working with the different building kind of mechanisms of Powtoon. And when you're all said and done, what you do is after this is all good and all your transitions are good, all your timing is good, once again, preview it, you go to export, okay? And if you guys didn't notice, I should go back. One thing that and you should show you guys is, sorry, this is, let me go back here. This is the save button, so if you're just saving your work, make sure you save it. So when you hit export, you're going to publish to My Powtoons. And once you do that, if you look on my direction sheet, once you have it published to My Powtoons, it'll give you a little link button. There's a link button that I showed. I have an arrow pointing down. That's your link, and that's what you're going to copy, and then you send that in an email to the email provided on the direction sheet. So once again, after you publish, and I'm not going to change actually, I guess I already saved it, so I might as well just publish. So here we go. This is the publish portion, and education, public, and once again, just make sure you're just using your initials, and then go to next. Make sure I have a title right there, and show a watermark. You're going to have to, because it's a free edition. This is just a standard um, quality, and then you export your Powtoon. It's doing that, and now you have Mr. Stanley Powtoon that I made, and this is the link. So when you click that, now it's copied, and that is what you paste into an email to me, which once again it's provided on the direction sheets that you guys all have, and you can view it there. And that's it, I believe. So thank you so much, and good luck.